The Royal Mail ship St. Helena departs from Cape Town to St. Helena. Study the map of St. Helena. There's so much St. Helena in Annexure A and answer the questions that follow. Okay, we can't continue without looking at the annexure. There is our annexure. Whenever I see a map, there are specific things that I look for. One, I look for the direction of the north. Two, I look for my scale. There it is. Once I see my scale, I ask my scale, what type of scale are you? And this is called a line scale or a bar scale. It's up to you which one you use. Some kids, I've seen them say linear scales. Where is the harbor on St. Helena likely situated? It would be somewhere on the edge where there's an ocean. There's a harbor in Durban, and Durban is right at the edge of the ocean. So it would have to be a town at the edge of the ocean, but I don't know how they picked that. So I'm not going to answer that question. Okay, so let's move on from that. I'm going to skip it. Not a good idea to skip. I'd say they would choose a town with an ocean. So the town has to be right by the ocean. Oh God, I don't want to lie. I'm not sure. Okay, so 2.2, choose the correct letter that will make the following statements true. The town Levelwood lies south of Longwood. Let's check. That's north, and they said Levelwood is south of Longwood. Well, it is south, but it looks like it's south. Okay, let me see. This is straight, so this is going to be straight, and that is going to be north, and that is going to be south. So it is not exactly south, but is there? Let's see other answers. Okay, so if you look at Jamestown there, let's do it again. Okay, southeast. No, it's not southwest, it's southeast. Now this is northeast, not west. Okay, so I would say the answer there would be, so I'm going to go with south of Longwood. Okay, so let's try another question. What type of scale is shown on Annexure A? Don't even have to think about it. We already discussed that. It's 2.2.3. I'm going to go ahead and say a bar scale. You can say a line scale or a linear scale. Use the scale on the map to determine the distance as the crow flies from Longwood, the town, to St. Paul's, the town. Give the answer in kilometers. Note that 1 mile is converted this way. Okay, this is called a conversion factor. You can change miles to kilometers, and you can change kilometers to miles. It is what the word as the crow flies means. A crow is a bird, and birds tend to fly straight where they're going, right? Unless they are having fun. So it means that in a straight line. That's basically what they mean, as if you're an aeroplane. From Longwood to St. Paul's. So there's Longwood, and where is St. Paul's? There it is. So when they say as the crow flies, they mean like that, straight line. I like to use center to center, and let me draw my straight line first. Oh, dropped my pencil. Okay, so let's draw the line. There we go. That's what we're going to measure. So that's 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 3.5. I'm going to go with 3.5. Is it 3.5? Or you can say 35 millimeters if you like to do. So that's 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 if you would like to use millimeters. My learners have made me get used to centimeters. They prefer reading the ruler in centimeters. So that's going to be 3.5 centimeters. Measure the distance on the map, and it seems like it's 3.5 centimeters there. 1, 2, 3 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters, and it seems like that. And that's 3.5 centimeters on the map, right? Okay, so that's the distance on the map. Now let's see, what else do they want? They say, give your answer in kilometers. Once they say kilometers, meters, they don't want the measurement of the plane or the measurement of the map. They want actual distance. This is where now I need to go and use the scale so that I can change the map distance to actual distance. So now first I need to understand, what does my bar scale say? My bar scale says the entire thing is 5 miles. So again, I take my ruler and I measure. That's 4 centimeters. So that line there is 4 centimeters and on the map. So if I read like that, I'll say the line itself, if I measure it, it's 4 centimeters. So that's a measurement here for the bar. The bar, which is the measurement of the map, and then we have 5 miles. So where I see 4 centimeters, I see 5 miles, right? So how do I write that down? I like to write it this way. I like to say 4 centimeters on the map is equal to 5 miles in real life, right? And then I'm going to use this to change this distance to real life by saying 4 centimeters on the map gives me 5 miles in real life. I'm going to write it in pencil there. This is the measurement on the map. This is the measurement of real life, or actual, some people will say, right? And then I'm going to say is equal to there at the bottom, and that's it. But I don't have 4 centimeters. I have 3.5 centimeters on the map. I wrote map this side, so I must write it again this side, right? Now, I don't know how many miles. I'm going to use cross multiplication to find out, right? Now I follow this and say 4 times unknown is equal to 3.5 times 5 miles. So, and then you say, okay, now I say, I want unknown. So this 4 being here doesn't help me. This 4 multiplies unknown. What is the opposite of multiply? It is divide by, right? So we divide by 4, and that divides that, and it's gone. Whatever I do on the side, I come and do on the other side, right? Now I just press my calculator. 3.5 times 5 is equal to 17.5 divided by 4, which is 4.375. What was the unit of measurement for real life? The unit measurement for real life is miles. So this distance from St. Paul's to Longwood is 4.375 miles. Now, you would think you're done. You're not. There's another part of the question, right? So they asked us to do a lot of things. So first we were asked we had to go and measure the distance and then convert the measurement of the distance to actual. But then they said right there in the end, we don't want the answer in miles. We don't understand the imperial system. So give us the answer in kilometers. Now, this is where you come to this part. Again, conversion factor. I know, it says here that I know that 1 mile is equal to 1,60934 kilometers. Right? Okay. I know this, but unfortunately, I don't have 1 mile. So I can't say I have 1.6 kilometers. I have 4.375 miles, right? And I don't know how many kilometers, but cross multiplication will let me know. Then I say 1 mile multiplied by unknown is equal to 4.375 miles multiplied by 1,60934 kilometers, right? And then we say, again, I'm looking for unknown. So 1 mile being there is not assisting me. Opposite of multiply, divide by 1 mile, and that is gone. And then we come back and we do that on this side as well, 1 mile. Then we use a calculator. 4.375 multiplied by 1,60934 will give me 7,0408625 kilometers, right? So I'm rounding off 7,04 kilometers will be my final answer. Okay, 2.5. Give one reason why certain towns on the map are indicated with larger dots than other towns on the map. I'm going to go ahead and say, my brain is saying the reason is the size of the towns, right? 2.6. Use a ruler to measure approximate length as the crow flies of St. Helena from the most southwesterly end to the most northeasterly part of the island. Draw a line like that in the middle, somewhere in the middle. And then I'm going to say this part here is southwest and this part is northeast. So I'm guessing they want the distance like that. Here to here. And I'm going to say it's 13,1 centimeters. Okay. So the answer there is 13,1 centimeters. Now let's see what else do they want. Oh, that's all they want. They want it in centimeters. Oh, give the answer in centimeters. So they don't want us to change it to actual. Nearest centimeter. Nearest, rounding off. Nearest centimeters. So if I round off to the nearest centimeter, we'll be here. No commas. That's the neighbor. That one says that mustn't change. I have 13 centimeters. Huh. Okay. Now we get to 2.2.7. This one should be easy. The maximum breadth of the island is approximately 10 kilometers. Okay. Use the scale of the map together with the answer in question 2.2.6 to determine the estimated area of the entire island. Also, they want us to calculate the area of the island, and they want us to use this answer as the length, and then the width would be the breadth would be 10 kilometers. Now remember, formula for area here could be A is equal to times length times breadth, right? Area is equal to length times breadth. And so what is our length? Our length is 13 centimeters, right? And our breadth is 10 kilometers. That just doesn't go together. We have a measurement of the map here. We have an actual here. So we have to first change this to actual. It does say here, use the scale. So they didn't give us a clue. Use the scale together with the question, this one. So they want us to change this to the actual and then calculate the area. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. I'm changing 13 centimeters to actual. So I'm going to use the scale. The scale was 4 centimeters is equal to 5 miles. I'm not making it up. It's right there. I measured the bar and that bar is 5 miles. Okay, so 4 centimeters is equal to 5 miles. I am so tired. And then we're going to change that 13 centimeters to unknown and then cross multiply. Okay, 4 centimeters multiplied by unknown is equal to 13 centimeters multiplied by 5 miles. I almost write actual. Okay, so we divide that by 4 centimeters and we divide that by 4 centimeters. Right? And then we use the calculator, which is 13 times 5 divided by 4 gives us 16,25 miles. Now we still have a problem. This one is in miles, this one is in kilometers. We cannot use it in the same formula. Again, how do we change miles to kilometers? We're going to calculate it in miles. We can calculate it in miles. We can calculate it in kilometers. I prefer the metric system, so I'm going to convert it to kilometers using the ratio, the conversion factor. 1 mile is equal to 1,60934 kilometers. And I have how many miles? 16,25 miles. And I don't know how many kilometers, but the cross multiplication is going to tell me. So 1 mile multiplied by unknown is equal to 16,25 miles multiplied by 1,60934 kilometers. Then I say opposite of multiply is divide by 1 mile. And then divide by 1 mile. (26,151775) kilometers. Now I don't want to round off this before I use it, so I'm just going to use it without rounding it off. Area is equal to length times breadth, and we are calculating area, and we need the length, which is 26,151775 kilometers multiplied by 10 kilometers, 261,5175 kilometer squared. It's the area now, right? So I'm going to round it off to 2 decimal places. Population density is the number of people found living in each square kilometer of an area. Use the answer in question 2.2.7 to determine the population density of St. Helena. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, they want to know per kilometer how many people. 2.8, we know that 4,534 people live in a place that's the size of 261.5 kilometers squared, right? And then what's happening now is that they don't want that. They want for 1 kilometer squared. I don't know how many people, and then I just cross multiply. So what we do is, and say is equal to unknown multiplied by 261.5 kilometers squared, and then that is 261.5 kilometers squared. That divides that, and then we just use the calculator. 8,43212. I'd say 18 people per square kilometer. 1 kilometer squared. 2.8. Population density of 2.2.9. Last one. Oh, thank goodness. If you had the opportunity to start a business on St. Helena, what type of business would it be? This is a very personal question. I'm not gonna write my answer down, but I'd say coffee shop. Wow. How about a door-to-door on-call services for maybe clothes? Considering the times we live in now,